Hey, what's going on, guys? In today's video, I want to show you how my client got over 500 phone calls and made over $100,000 by using this method. Watch this. All right, guys, I hope everybody's doing great. If this is your first time here, what I do is I get businesses right here. This is Google Maps, otherwise known as Google Business Profile. If you have a business that sells luxury items like, custom pool build outs or, custom real estate, please reach out to me. I'd love to work with, I'm looking to work with that type of customer now. So my customer was able to get make that amount of money because he has a high ticket item to sell, meaning that he sells an item that's over $10,000. There's no way that I would be able to make him that much money if he cut hair or if he did nails or something like that, or maybe even clean carpets at $35 per carpet, right? You need a high ticket item to sell to make that type of money. Okay, so I get businesses right here. This is the most clicked area for emergency service businesses, for custom businesses, for luxury items, right, is right here. So if you're not here, you're losing a lot of money. But in this video, I'm going to show you how to get here. And I don't hold anything back. Everything that I know, I teach right here. So just hang on, and I got some good stuff coming for you. Before you start any Google Maps campaign, it has to start with a grid program. The grid program that I recommend, I'm not being paid for this, I don't receive a commission, I don't receive anything, is from localdominator.co. He's a friend of mine, Eldar Cohen. It's a really good grid program, and I suggest that you take a look at it. But you need a grid program to start your campaign because you want to see where you're ranking, right? So everywhere in the green here is where you're ranking, but more importantly, where you're not ranking. You'll see up north right here, you'll notice that we're not ranking here. So what we need to do is we need to show Google that we're popular in this area, right? So we're going to do that for every keyword. You see, when you put the keywords into Local Dominator, each keyword runs a different grid. So some grids you'll be all green, some you'll be all red, some you'll be, half and half. So we're just going to start with this grid, and I'm going to show you if you got a grid similar to this, I'll show you exactly how to green it out so you can get calls from people up here. All right, so let's dig right in. So I scrolled to the bottom for custom pool builders in Tampa, and I'm just going to click website, right? So right away, it's missing the phone number. We need the phone number in the right-hand corner. Underneath, we need the credit cards that you offer, right? It looks like a 6-page website. That's what it looks like here. So we're trying to rank up here, right? So what we need are what's called neighborhood pages, right? We need neighborhood pages right up here. So what we need to do is we need to find the neighborhoods that are north of where they're located. I just want to thank everyone who's subscribed. We have over 10,000 subscribers. Who would have ever thought that was possible? I do client work, so if you're looking for an agency to do your work, please come to my website, which is mindsaw.com, and just click the Talk With Me button. I'll be happy to speak with you and see if we're a good fit. Once again, thank you for subscribing, and we'll see you soon. So if I may, let me just sidetrack for just one second. So as you saw, that pool builder on their website, they said they were located in Tampa Bay, right? It said it on their homepage, Tampa Bay somewhere. It said, here we go, Paradise Pools of Tampa Bay right here. But if you take a look, and a lot of people make this mistake, if you take a look at where they're located, because I found their address, they're actually northeast of Tampa Bay. They're not located in Tampa Bay. This is in Tampa Bay. This is more like Plant City. So if I was consulting them, I would have put I would have done two things. I would have told them for that location to use the Plant City pool builders keyword, right? Try to rank for Plant City. And then the next one is to get an address in Tampa. When you get an address in a city, you want to get as close to city center as possible. So how do we know what city center is? It's the one in bold. It's the letters in bold. See, so right here, Tampa, what I would do is I would zoom in, and then I would look for addresses right around here that I could rent, because that is the easiest addresses to rent close to city center. Once I start coming up here, coming up north, or going out west, it gets harder. The closer to city center, the easiest it is to rank. Take a look at your website, put your address into Google, and see where you're ranking. See where you're listed, where Google has you listed. This is not Tampa Bay. I had a lawyer in that swore he was in Orlando, but he was in Winter Garden, right? So you have to know where your Google business profile was registered. That's real important, because all the SEO work in the world is not going to get them ranked in Tampa. It's just not. There's too many pool builders. Why would Google send you to somebody all the way out in Plant City when there's 200 pool builders right here in Tampa? Yeah, there's some ninja tricks and things you could use, but it's going to take a really long time. Get a second address right here in Tampa and use this address as Plant City. All right, guys, so now comes the easy part, and you can do this. It's really, really simple. We want to build neighborhood pages. And I'm going to give you a sample, so I'm going to make it very easy for you. But we want to build neighborhood pages to show that we're relevant in those neighborhoods, right? So the first thing we got to do is we got to come over to Local Dominator or your favorite grid program, whichever one you're using, and see where you're not ranking. Okay, in this case, we see we're not ranking north of our location. Okay, no problem. So now we come over to your favorite AI. I've been using DeepSeek for a little while, and here's what we write, right? Please list all the neighborhoods 5 miles north of your address, of the address where you registered your Google business profile. You notice I say please because I'm using the Chinese one, and I don't want any trouble. So I say please. All right, so it's going to list all the neighborhoods. Now look, don't get overwhelmed. You don't have to do all of them, and you don't have to do all of them in one day. Just pick a couple of days and just do one at a time. Now you have the neighborhoods. Okay, now let me show you. Very systematically, you have your domain name. In this case, I'm showing you my a pressure washing company, right? So you write the keyword, your GMB category, your first GMB category. So it's pressure washer. Yours may be electrician, or it may be dentist, or it may be orthodontist, or it may be pool installer, right? You put your keyword here. Then you put your neighborhood. In this case, he wants to rank in Myers Park, Charlotte, North Carolina. Let me just show you what the page looks like. It's real simple. You make sure you put in the title tag, right? Top rated pressure washing service in Myers Park, right? So you have to put the GMB category, and you want to put the neighborhood where you're trying to rank. Make sure you put that in the title tag, or you're not going to rank. You put it in 4 places. You put it in the title tag. You put it in the URL, right? Pressure wash. You put it in the H1 tag, and then you put it in the first line of the text. See this? First line of the text. So 4 places you have to put pressure washing and the neighborhood. 4 places. There's some people that are slow. The title tag, the URL right up here. See that? The URL. The H1 tag, which is this, and the first sentence of the paragraph. Now, let me tell you something. Last week, I had a page, and I didn't add pressure washer. I didn't add electrician. I forget which one it was. I didn't add the service. He was in about 8th place for that neighborhood. The next day, I added pressure washer or the keyword, whatever the keyword was, and he jumped to 3rd place. Right? So it's really important. Make sure you put your GMB category. You start with that, right? You start with your GMB category, which is everybody's main thing. Electrician, pressure washer, orthodontist, right? That's your main service. So you build neighborhood pages for each neighborhood page for the first GMB category. You do not have to list all the areas you serve in the navigation bar. You don't have to list these in the navigation bar. You just need to have them on your website so Google could reference them. You don't want to overwhelm somebody coming to the website. And then you just list about the place, like, you type in, if you live in Myers Park, take some pictures in Myers Park. Go to the neighborhood, take some pictures, or if you have pictures, I don't like to use stock photography. I think that's all been used, right? So I'd say the best thing to do is just take a day, drive out to the neighborhoods. They don't have to be fancy pictures. You can take them with your iPhone or Android, whatever you have. Just take a couple of pictures so Google recognizes, that place. Like if there's monuments, a bridge, something in that neighborhood, right? And then you just, top-notch pressure washing or whatever your business service is, and you put your area and you put the services that, that you provide in that area. Real simple, right? Embed a map of that neighborhood, right? You embed a map of that neighborhood. Then you have your other service, and then you want to write, this is really important, about the neighborhood. So on the bottom, write about the neighborhood. Historical back, you get this all off AI, right? There's nothing here, right? There's nothing here that you guys don't know. So I'm going to put this page in the description below, so this is going to help you. Now, here's the last thing. You want to come over to a site like maybe Citation Vault or Local Viking, and you need citations. Citations or Whitespark. That's a better one. Let's use that. Whitespark.ca. And what you need is you need citations pointing to those pages. So, for example, you buy a small package of like 25 citations, right? And then where it asks for the website, you put in this address, right? Each time it asks for each citation, like YP Yellow, Merchant Circle, Manta, right? All those, you just take this address right here where it asks for the website address, and you put in each neighborhood page. Yes, every neighborhood page needs some citations. So that's the second ring. You need those are essentially backlinks pointing to your website. So you get the backlinks from citations. The last thing you want to do, if possible, now you have to think here. Think with me. You have to look in this area, right? In this whole area. And you're like, man, who lives over here? Did I do any customers over here? You got to get reviews from people standing in this area. A lot of people don't say that on these videos. They make them very but that's the key to ranking. If I put out a course, that's what it would be about. It would be about reviews using the keyword pressure washing. And if you can, put in the neighborhood, and you want to say who you dealt with. You want to name the name of the company. So Joe from ABC Electric came out. He was prompt and on time. This is what I had him do, the service that I had him do. But don't go crazy saying that they were great, they were beautiful, they were clean, they were not too many superlatives to is that the right word? To mention how great they are, right? You don't do that because Google, it's not going to go past Google's filter. So they're going to think that you're making up the review. Just keep it businesslike, you know. But you got to get reviews from people in this area. You got to think, who do I know over here? What customers cousins, friends, customers right over here? Who do I know that I could send my review link and ask them to review me? They have to use the keyword, the first GMB category, like pressure washing, right? And they have to be in this area. No need getting somebody from all the way over here. That's not going to do you any good. You got to get people in this area, right? So, guys, I hope this video helped you. I make these videos so you can help yourself. Some people don't have the time and want to hire an agency to do that. I'm available for that type of work. But I essentially make these, I'm making these videos for me, right? When I was about 15 years ago, I didn't understand SEO the way I understand it now. And the videos that I was watching were great, made me feel great. But when it came time to do something, I had no idea how to do it because they didn't explain step by step how to do things, right? Or they took 2 hours to finally get to the point. So I make these videos for you so you could help yourself, so you could help your family. Be good to your family. Kiss your wife, kiss your kids. And I moved out to the Philippines in December, and here's some footage I took at the Jordan store. I'm a big sneaker collector, so I just want to show you what's doing in the Jordan store in Manila, Philippines. Thanks a lot.